Could we be living in Satan's little season? This is a rabbit hole that's been living rent-free in my head for weeks now, and congratulations. It's going to live rent-free in your head now too. Satan's little season is the concept that we are not living in the Armageddon in Revelations, as it states in the Bible, but we are living in the time after that has already happened. Let's just get into it. So this is all based on this verse from Revelation 20. And he lay hold of the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed for a little season. So that's the verse that I'm referencing right now when I talk about this. A lot of Christians have been indoctrinated to believe that Revelations is happening, and we're seeing all these things play out. I'm sure you've come across very prominent accounts on these apps of people declaring and knowing for a fact that we are in the end times. However, this is where it gets really juicy. What if we are not living in the end times, but the end times has already happened? Everyone getting whisked away in the clouds and Jesus coming back to reign for 1,000 years. I could go into this because I've dived deep. So let's look at this timeline for just a moment, okay? He told his disciples that he was going to come back. Every single verse that he's talking about this in the Bible, he's talking about right now, the immediate. He's not talking about in the future. He's saying, your generation will come to see this. Not ours, theirs. Everything that everyone is thinking was this old world, old ancient technology, ancient old world buildings and things like that. That is actually, in this theory, all a part of Jesus's 1,000-year reign that took place. I've got something even further to explain this too. I'm sure you might have come across videos talking about how the timelines have been screwed up and that we have added anywhere from 700 to 1,000 years to our calendars that doesn't actually exist. When you look at the old world buildings, a lot of times it won't say founded in 1907, it'll say J907. So essentially what's happened is the J got turned into a 1, which would essentially add 1,000 years to our calendar. Boom! You've got Yeshua's 1,000-year reign right there. So that would mean that we are currently living in Satan's little season. Let's see, is there anything that would back up this theory that we are living in Satan's little season? We need to look no further than our political systems. We need to look no further than our media. We need to look no further than the way that the enemy, if you will, Satan, the adversary, is being blatantly thrown out there as if we should be worshiping them just like the celebrities are. We can't deny that fact, right? Another thing to look at is the lies and the deception that we've been living through for a few hundred years now. Another thing to look at is how there seems to be some type of nefarious underlying thing, right? That's going on in the world with the leaders, with the global elites, with the people who are running these countries. They actually have nefarious intentions, not just with all of us as a population who are all slaves, by the way. All of us, every single one of us right now are slaves to the system. We were never meant to live like this. And I think that the more and more people's consciousness is coming online onto the grid of understanding that we are collective consciousness, we do share a lot of the same thoughts about this world and what is good and what is bad. And that's a whole other discussion, right? But there are things that are intrinsically good that we know and things that are intrinsically bad that we know not to do, right? That all would make a lot of sense if we were living in Satan's little season. I don't know, you guys. Every single thing that I look into as far as this is concerned has been proven to fit the mold of this theory. And I find it fascinating because not only is this whole idea of Revelations and Jesus coming back, this is all very new age. It's a new age Christianity, which is hilarious. He already came back. He already came back. So what does that mean for Christians? They're waiting for the return of Christ? You still are. He's going to come back after Satan's little reign. It has a time limit on it. It will expire. It will be done soon. And I find it so fascinating that this is all lining up with the age of Aquarius, with Pluto moving into Aquarius. These are things that scholars cannot deny, okay? The scholars, the mystics, everyone cannot deny that all of these timelines are finally converging to this one point, even the Bible. So I want to hear your thoughts on this theory. I love it. I actually think it makes perfect sense. Anyway, okay. Yep, I could go on forever. Leave me a comment. Let's talk about it. I love you.